Right, let's just get started, I think. Right, so we're going to be automating this. I'm not entirely sure. That's because you're in a country. I thought it was only weekends, so missed last night. Yeah, to be fair, I do try and just stick to the weekend, but I don't know. Some nights I don't have anything else to do, so I just think I'll just jump on live. How accurate? No idea, to be fair, mate. I'm still quite new to Factory IO. Have you done much with Factory IO, Ash? Is this a video game? Just wired up something somewhat like this today at work. No, it's not, mate. No, this is a simulator. It's not a game. So what we're going to be doing is automating this using TIA Portal, which is Siemens programming software for the PLCs. I have no idea how I need to make it work, but we're going to give it a go. Take it in baby steps and just keep chipping away at it. So the first thing I'm thinking I want to be doing is there'll be some motors somewhere on here. I think we looked at them last night. They're on the back, underneath. I can't get any further down, but you can see them there. One there, one there. Let's get them running first of all. And we can just start taking it from there. Once we get them running, the boxes or whatever they are will start coming in. Yeah, I mean, this is nothing like what I do in real life, Ash. So this is completely different for me, but I've enjoyed it. Like, this is like the 5th scene or something. There's like a load of pre-made scenes. So there's like a ton of them. You won't be able to see all of them, but there's loads. There's pick and place machines, palletizers, all that sort of thing. Way different to what I'm used to. But we're going to give this one a go. It's got a load of buttons and stuff on the control panel. It remains to be seen how they're going to work yet. There's a manual and auto, but I think really that all the manual would do is start and stop the process rather than like doing one at a time. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. So let's get these motors running. Do we have? So just to check, we've got a lid at place sensor and a base at place sensor. So I think we can use those two to make the motor run. So lid at place, I think it's lid at place. And then the motor, I don't know what it's called. So we're doing the lid. We want the lid conveyor. Let's try that. I don't actually know if the sensor is going to be normally open or normally closed. It keeps... the other scenes kept tripping me up. Is that TIA Portal when you're displaying the simulation? No, that's Factory IO, mate. TIA Portal is just a programming software. How much you make doing this? As in a job or as in TikTok? TikTok, absolutely nothing. As a job, you can make you can make a lot of money doing PLC programming. Right, I think that's loaded. Let's give that a whirl. Right, we've got the conveyor moving. It stops when the lid gets at place at the moment, which is okay. Maybe we don't even need to stop it because it's going to hit this anyway. And we'll do the same with the other one. Maybe we don't even need to stop it. Just keep it going forward all the time. Ah, no, but we can't do that because the next one's going to come through and then end up smashing into it. So let's just view what we've got so far. That has opened up. It's almost that we need just a little bit more of a time delay or something on it. I don't think we've got any other sensors that I can use. Okay. What I'm thinking is we're going to do a sequencer. I'm not a conveyor engineer at all, mate. This is all quite new to me. But I'm thinking we're going to use a sequence. That's my plan anyway. So this will be like sequence 0. Go offline again, yeah. Lids conveyor. Let's do the other one as well, just while we're there. I think I can just copy and paste. Yeah. I'm still new to Siemens. I'm very new to factory I/O, so I'm taking it at baby paces. Base conveyor. Base at place, I guess. And then base is conveyor. There we go. So they should both do the same thing now. They'll stop once the part gets there. Yeah, okay. Let me reset that. Yeah. So I think basically what we're going to end up doing is we're going to grab this lid with this head. I don't know what they call it. A grabber, I guess. Then we'll push it over and chuck it on the base. I think that's basically what we need to do. So once we get there, maybe we just put a timer in so we set the motor going again for another second, just till it hits the end. And then I think what we do after that is we pull this thing in. So we've got these like arms that pull the part in. So we can do that as well. I'm thinking if we do it as a sequence. So step 0, or let's go for step 1, is get the lid and the base into position. Step 2 is then pull the arm back. Step 3 would be then, I guess, bring the head thing down, the grabber. That's what I'm thinking at the minute. So, right, let's stop that then. Stop. Okay, when you stop it resets. Okay. So, lids at place. We only do that if we're in... Alright, we'd have to use a comparison, I think. There's only so much I can show of tier portal on the screen, so you can't see absolutely everything. Comparators. I was struggling with these last night. I didn't know how they worked in Siemens. But apparently you just need to put something on the top and at the bottom. So, sequencer. Let's make that a global. Global memory. Okay, and if that equals 1, that's when we do that. Oh, there we go. Let's copy that across down here. So only when we're in sequence 1 we do that. Ash, is there like a first scan bit if you're still in it? Is there like a first scan bit in Siemens? Like in the way you get with Mitsubishi, like SM... I think it's 412 or something like that. Or 402 maybe. Yeah, 402 is like a first scan bit. It only runs once. Enabled is... Ah, okay. That was... device configuration, I believe. Might not be. I have seen it. Oh, it's down here. Yeah, hang on. Where you enable the clocks and stuff. Startup, no. Christian, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that, mate. Where do I set the clocks? I know it's in here somewhere. I just don't know what it's called. Ah, thank you, Caleb. Startup, not there. Thing is, I'm just not used to Siemens whatsoever. I need to spend more time with it. It's definitely in here somewhere though, isn't it? So, system clock memory, that makes sense. Duh. Alright, let's enable that. M1.0, okay. Right, that's enabled. In fact, let me enable the clocks while I'm there as well, because we might end up using them. System clock memory, enable clocks. M0 through 7, M1 through 1.3. Okay. Right, I need to pull that down now. Make sure I have... Does MB0, does that correspond to M0.0? Like the MB0 byte, is that using those first the clock bits? I know in some Schneider softwares the B's and the W's and all that, they all correlate to the M0s. Yeah, right, okay, so we need to change that then. You have to be careful with that then, don't you? Properties, I think. Hello, are you working? Oh, properties is down at the bottom. So I want it to be manual then, I guess. I've set it to way too high. So we're using 0 and we're using 1. So if I set 2, no, it's not happy with that. 1, 2, 3, I guess. I don't really care. I don't care what it is. Is that working now? Oh, hang on. I'm changing the main here. That's not what I'm after. Never use many tags over than IO system and all the rest in DBs. Yeah, maybe that's the way to go. Do it in DBs. Just have my own set of tags in a DB. It's not Studio 5000, Tom. No, it's Siemens Tier Portal. I could have swore the other day. Yeah, oh, it's gone yellow now because yeah, it is already being used. I see. Thing is, I don't really know how to change it. It's not in tags, is it? Let's just create a DB then. Let's create a DB. I can do what I want then. Let's just call this, I don't know, memory words or something. I don't know. User tags or user memory. Okay, I'm indecisive. Alright, in here then, I want a sequencer. Data type wants to be a byte, I guess. A byte will do. Word, I prefer a word actually. Where's word? Down at W, I guess. Yeah. Let's call that sequencer. Let's go back to my main. How do we bin that one off then? No, I didn't want to create a new tag table. I'll get used to this. I swear I will get used to this. Yes, I'll right click the tagging ladder and rewire tag. That's how you do it. Right, how do I delete it then? So that's obviously not classed as a tag. Where does that live? No, I can't imagine it's there. Oh, it is in the tag table. Oh, okay. Right, it's in here somewhere then. Be a yellow one, I guess. There it is. Right, I'm getting there. I will get there. We'll get there. Okay, so we have a DB now with a sequencer in. That's all I need at the minute. I just need a place where I can have my user variables and stuff that isn't going to overlap. So this will be user memory dot user memory sequencer. Hello. Do I need to compile it? I need to compile it, don't I? Still not having it. What am I doing wrong? How do you get into this field in the US? Does it require a degree? Honestly, not sure about the US, mate, but I would suspect it doesn't require a degree, no. Can I just open that and drag it? Let's pull that across. Why was the dot not bringing up anything? Why is it red as well? What am I doing wrong here? Is it because it's not a word? It should be a byte or something. That looks better, I think. Compile. It's all looking a bit better. Because it's a good word, not int. Byte seems... No, I don't want a ball. I don't want a ball. Byte, yeah, I think a byte wants that. We'll leave it as byte then. Bytes are a bit weird because you don't get them in Mitsubishi. It's a register or it isn't. It's a 16-bit or not. Right, let's just copy and paste that across. Once I get the basics nailed down, with these, like last night, I just couldn't work out how to get these to work at all. Okay, so and just above that then, insert network. That's what I was looking for. Can I drag? Yes. So then here, I'm thinking, is it M1.0? First scan. So on the first scan, we'll just go straight into, I think move works, doesn't it? Move, come out of it. Let's move a 1 into sequencer. What is it called again? User memory.sequencer. There we go. Right. So on the first scan, we'll just go straight into 1. Actually, I want that to be below there. So this function here, this FC9000, that isn't something I've put in. When you work with Factory IO, it tells you need to download a template program, and in that template program, they put in this what looks like some sort of backdoor to me. It looks they're doing something funny to get it to work with Factory IO. So that has to be in there, and you need to use a template program that you download off their website. For numeric, stick to int, uint, dint, or real. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the idea of a byte because is that to 255 or something rather than 32,000. Let's go to int then. Let's find an int. Just compile that. Oh, I've killed it again though. It doesn't like it as an int. Byte and word for bit strings. Are bit strings. Why is an int then? Does it not like that? Let me compile the whole lot. No, it doesn't like it. I'll have to go back to a byte then, won't I? That's weird. I don't get that. Data type on comparator. So if I hover over it, does it tell you what it needs? It basically saying it wants a byte, doesn't it? Okay. I'm not loving Siemens, I'll be honest. Actually, I'm not loving Siemens. It's okay. It's all right. I need to get used to it. That's all. Click where it says byte. I mean, I guess the fact it says byte there tells me all I need to know. Oh, wait. So you can change it to... So I can make it an int if I want. Right, okay. Okay. Fair enough. I've probably missed a couple of follows there. Alexi, thank you for the follow. Elise, thank you for the follow. XUF, thank you for the follow. I think that's it. Okay. Kungan, thank you for the follow. Right, okay, so I need to make that an int. I know it's slow at the minute, guys. We will get there. Don't worry. I will put on Factory IO in a second. You're like watching Bambi use Tia Portal. That's what I feel like at the minute. Hey, mate, what are you trying to program? I'll show you just in a sec, Ben. 1 second. Mored, thank you for the follow, mate. Really appreciate it. J-Boz, how are you doing, mate? Are you okay tonight? Right, it's loading. So what we're programming is an assembly or assembler, I think it's called. It's basically 2 conveyor belts. We're going to stick a lid on top of a base, and then it's going to shoot off at the end. The fact that there's 2 removers, I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. I would expect we're only going to make 1 part. But let's just play that. Does it work? Why is the base is a different colour now? It was green before. And it doesn't look like it does work unless I'm not in run. I am. What's going on? Did I not finish? First scan. First scan hasn't appeared to have done its thing. Not entirely sure why. Move 1 into the... We'll get there, we'll get there. But yeah, that's what we're programming. What program should I learn as a base to get my foot in the door? It's a difficult one. I guess when you're at college and stuff, they all teach you to do traffic light circuit, car park. What else? That's all that comes to my head at the minute. But I would say pick up a cheap second-hand book and go through the examples in there. That's the best thing. Thank you, Moorhead. Really appreciate it. To be honest, ladder is mostly used blue collar, but also STO and SCO are text-based, mostly similar to C. Yeah, in my opinion, I think if you come from an electrical background, you're going to prefer ladder. If you're coming from a computer science background or some sort of IT background, you're going to prefer ST. If you come from like an electronics background, you're probably going to prefer function block diagram. Well, this is a unique stream. Well done. Thank you, Dr. Wilson. I don't do SCADA, to be fair. I think I've been involved with 1 or 2 SCADAs ever. It's not really something I do. But that does the bits that I was involved with seem very IT-ish. There was lots of servers and clients, and it was a bit over my head, I'll be honest. Paul GV, thank you for the follow. Right, let me figure out what's going on here, because I'm not sure why that didn't move 1 into the sequencer on the first scan. Let me rewrite it just in case. I feel like that should have worked. Unless again, you don't need like a letter before the K, like a K1 or anything, do you? Why? Yeah, what's going on? Why is it not writing the 1 in? Can I force that? So yeah, that's weird. Maybe I'm just not understanding. Not understanding the way Siemens do it. I don't know. The online download won't stop and start the process to get. Is that what it is? So there is a way. If I stop the CPU. Hang on, let me force it. I can't force it back to 1. I'll stop it. So it needs like a manual start. That's fine. If I know that, I can do it each time. So we're back to 0. Stop it. Start it. We're green. It's not working, or at least it doesn't appear to be, unless I'm doing something daft. Use initial call tag. I'm not sure what that is, buddy. That's what I assumed the first scan was. I don't think the CPU is actually stopping. You're just doing changes, only not stopping CPU. Well, up at the top, yeah, I think you can see it. It says stop CPU and start CPU. I would expect that would work. But it might not. Maybe it doesn't. Under tags in main. Initial call, this one here. I just bang that in. Does that work? See, I'm learning Siemens as I go, guys. I'm no expert in Siemens whatsoever. The reason I'm using Siemens is because it just makes it very easy to talk to factory I/O. I could probably use a Mitsubishi using Modbus TCP, but I feel like it'd be a bit more of a faff, and I don't want to go down that route. Calipac, thank you to follow. Have you taken discrete structures? Is that like a class at university or something? I guess the short answer is no. I'm not sure what you're on about there, mate. Where can I learn automation and control and get a certificate? There's plenty of courses that give certificates out. There's no such thing as like an official one. I guess Siemens do, Siemens do training and they have courses, so you could maybe do one there. That works. Alright, that's doing what I wanted it to. That's weird how the first scan doesn't work in like software. Maybe you need hardware or something for that to work. Dr. Wilson, thank you to follow. Raj, thank you to follow. Logic gates are discrete structures. As in like AND gates, OR gates, that sort of thing. Is that what you mean? Right, okay, let me run that now. I'm expecting that should work. Yeah, so we're getting the parts to where we need them to go. The colours keep changing, I don't know why. So once we get to this, we're gonna then go to step 2. Step 2 is gonna be basically edging that forward for maybe a second. We'll have to play with it, I think. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. So what's the best way of doing this? So when the lid and the base is at place, so lid at place. I don't get the auto the auto thing either. I have to like add a letter and then delete it to get the auto thing to come up. What was it called again? Lid at base. At place even. Jesus, I'm dyslexia's kicking in. I don't even have it. What's the one? Base at place. Fuck's sake, why has it not come up? Base at place. Then we can head into step 2. Yeah, let's go for that. Move 2 into sequencer. Oh, it's in the DB though. There we go. So we can move 2 into that at that point. I want to edge forward ever so slightly. So I think what we'll do is we're going to have to branch, because I don't want to use... You should never really use 2 coils in a program ever. So I want to move the conveyors forward ever so slightly, just like a jog it forward. Don't... If you know, I'm not going to make that again down here. It needs to go up here. So let's do... Am I doing that one? No, it's here, I think. This one. No. This one, there we go. We'll get there, we'll get there. And this one wants to be 2. Oh, in fact. When we get to 2. Yeah. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking in my head out loud, sort of thing. When we get to 2, so we want to do a timer. Timer operations a ton. Do I want a ton? Maybe I just want to pulse a TOF. So a ton is a timer on delay. A TOF is a timer off delay. No Mitsubishi today. No, I'm still going with the Siemens. I'm struggling though. I won't lie. it's a struggle for me. Siemens do a top-up degree in controls, but you need a HNC or higher. I didn't know that. It's like Siemens themselves do that. That's interesting. In fact, actually, you might have mentioned that before. Actually, they do a apprenticeship that's a level 6, gets you load of Siemens certs, levy fund only. That's pretty good though. To be fair, mate, if you can get it. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it, mate. Do you do relays like microprocessor ones? I'm not sure what you mean by that, buddy. As in like smart relays? Yeah, I work with smart relays. Right, timer. I'm gonna call this the jog timer, not job. Jog timer. So. I want something to come on for a second. Only for a second. Maybe I do a pulse. Maybe a TP timer is better. Just thinking of the easiest way to do this. In fact, nah. Let's carry on with this, just because it's making sense in my head. I always like to use tons for everything, to be fair. So when we're in 2. Oh, not that there. That there. Spin that off. So jog timer dot q. Oh, we put it normally closed because after a second, or after the time I give it, so t hash We're going to try 1 second first. I don't actually know the time. I don't really care about the elapsed time, so I don't need to fill that in. If we're in sequence 2, we're going to jog it for a second. Copy that. Paste that in there. We're going to do it to both conveyors. Let's try it and see if it works. Like I said, baby steps. Go baby step with this. I'm not used to assemblers. This isn't the kind of programming I'm used to. It's not the kind of process I normally do. But programming is programming at the end of the day, so I feel like we can definitely do it. Adam, thank you for the follow. Alex Torres, thank you for the follow. Lao Tzu, thank you for the follow. Ben, thank you for the follow. I think I might be caught up. Nick, thank you for sharing the live, buddy. Really appreciate that, mate. Sorry, but what is that nice simulation on the background? This here is called Factory IO. This is what we're going to automate. So we're using TIA Portal, which is Siemens PLC programming software, to control this by using PLC Sim, which is Siemens simulation software. Yeah, this is what we're programming. But we're going to take it in baby steps. I'm not going to bite off more than I can chew. So at the minute, nothing's happening. I've seemed to have even broken sequence 1. Let's have a look why. What sequence are we in? We're in 2. Oh, maybe it already went off. Hang on. So I'm seeing an issue already. Every time I restart the simulation. Oh, sorry. I hope that didn't deafen you all. Every time I restart the simulation, I need to restart the PLC. I feel like there's a tag that they give you, maybe that I can use that to do what I want. So all these tags here I've exported from Factory IO. I haven't filled these out myself. I've just pulled them in. I've exported them. It's actually all of these tags here. I feel like one of them is Factory IO running I1.7. I might try and use that rather than use the initial call bit, because that might actually restart it for me. I don't know. I don't know how that tag works. How do I show both? Right, there we go. Initial call. Let's change it to that and just see. Download that. Excuse me. D-Lo, thank you for sharing the live, mate. I really appreciate that. Bogdan, thank you for the follow. Martin, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it, guys. You prefer structured text and Beckhoff? I've never really used Beckhoff. I had like a day's training one time. That seems to be on all the time. IO running. Let me stop it. Oh no, it does. It goes off. So I'm looking at this contact here. I don't know if you can see that very well. Can I zoom in? Is there a way to zoom in? That might be a bit better for you to see. So there's this contact called Factory IO running, and that does appear to go off and on when I'm running or paused. Yeah, that's working. So my little jog doesn't appear to be working. Oh, we haven't gone to sequence 2. Why is that? Oh, it has gone to sequence 2. Use a memory sequencer. Use a memory sequencer. Am I going insane or what? But this one's telling me it's 2. This one's telling me it's 1. Ah, I need... Right, okay. No. I'm with it. I get it. I need this as a one-shot. I need this as a one-shot. It's constantly chopping between 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Starty Bart Fast, thank you for the follow. AZM, thank you for the follow. Shit, we've had a lot of followers. D-Lo, thank you for the follow. Dogan, thank you for sharing. Sai, thank you for the follow. Hi TikTok, thank you for sharing. Maurice, thank you for the follow. D Mario, thank you for the follow. Giovanni, thank you for the follow. It's going crazy. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so we need this as a one-shot bit. like a rising trigger. However, I don't know why. Some of you Siemens guys might be able to tell me. Why does it need a memory bit to do this? This is something I found last night and I just don't get it. It does need to be a rising edge trigger, and the reason it has to be is because that's always on when I'm running, so it's always trying to push one into my sequencer. Well, I don't know what memory. In fact, this is what our data block's for. Let's make a memory bit for it. New. How do I add a new one? There we go. Let's call this just one shot or something. I don't know. Naming doesn't really matter. I'm going to call that user memory. User memory dot one shot. There we go. Yeah, I don't get why it needs a memory. It stores the last scan value. Oh, okay. Because like in Mitsubishi, you don't need a memory. It's the contact, like the rising edge contact works, you know, identical to just a normal contact. Maybe internally it stores the memory or something. Okay, so let's download that. I feel like that was the problem. So every time you stop factory IO, it resets your program. That's the plan. That's what I want to do. I want it to restart the whole program, so I'm not having to manually restart. Because I'm doing a sequencer. If I stop factory IO, the PLC might be in like sequence 5, and when I press start again, it's still in sequence 5. And what I want it to do is just go back to 1, so it will restart the sequences again. That's what we're going for. Right. Okay, there we go. So if I stop it, it should do that again. Yeah. See, there we go. We've gone back to 1. My little 1 second timer seems to have done the job as well. Probably doesn't even need to be that long. But now we're at this point. What I think we need to do is, there's these like, they almost look like a kitchen knife or something. I don't know what you would call these. Like I say, guys, I don't do this sort of thing. I'm not like a conveyor belt assembler, PLC programmer. I don't know what these bits are called. I work in power generation. So this is logical controls. Thank you. That's my missus, by the way, if you didn't know that. Obviously. Yeah, I don't work with this sort of equipment, so I don't know the names and stuff like that. I'm going to call this the kitchen knife. That's what we're going to call it from now on. What we're going to need to do is pull the kitchen knife in and put the part in a certain particular place. You see there's like an L-shaped bracket here. We're going to push this part right into the corner so that this grabber, when it comes down, is going to be directly above it and know exactly where it is every time. This is my everyday job, feeling 16 again. You're a long way away from 16, Jordsky, because I'm almost your age, and I feel a very long way from 16 too. If 91's your year of birth. Okay, so yeah, these knives, we need to pull them in. What are they called though? Is it clamp lid? The actuator is clamp lid, and there's a sensor called lid clamped, which I guess would be like a micro switch or something inside it. So the step, I think we're on step 3 now. That's going to be the next step. So when we're finished with step 2, we go to step 3, which will be pulling them kitchen knives towards me. If anyone knows the actual name of them, tell me. Why don't you use S7 Graph or FUP? I don't know Siemens that well, buddy. I really don't. And I don't actually ever really use like proper sequencing languages, like I guess SCL would be or something. I would do this in ladder, or I'd do it in function block, or I'd do it in structured text. But the problem is I don't really know Siemens that well. So let me get the basics down on ladder, and then I'll move on to something further down the line once I've learned a little bit more. I've had a good few followers since then. I do apologise. No, it's easy with Mitzi. Most need a memory bit. It's because bulls already have a bit on Mitzi. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm taking it for granted. But I feel like even in Schneider, you don't need to do that either. User 815, thank you to follow. Jesper, thank you to follow. LJC Harris, I think. Thank you to follow. Braskius, thank you to follow. And Lamine, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it, guys. I appreciate everyone who double taps the screen, who shares the live, all that good stuff. Anyone who's gifted, I think we're just misses logical control so far. Thank you, everyone. Schneider also has a memory bit and fault bit for balls. Does it? Yeah. Maybe I'm missing that. But you don't have to assign it is basically what I mean. You're not having to like assign it to it. Anyway, right, once we've done this, so at the end of ton.q, we're going to go into sequence 3. And then we're going to pull the kitchen knives towards us. I'm going to keep calling it that until someone tells me what the real name is. User memory dot one shot. No, what am I doing? Not one shot. I want jog timer. I'm talking too much rubbish at the minute. Jog timer.q. So once this timer's elapsed, we're going to move into sequence 3. Right, okay, then when we're in sequence 3, we're going to, let's just copy and paste. Sequence 3, sorry. So when we're in 3, that's when we're going to pull these kitchen knife things towards us. What were they called again? Clamp bases. Clamp lid and clamp base. Maybe it's just called a clamp, I guess. Paddle separator is your term. Right, maybe yeah. It's a clamp or a paddle separator, but I guarantee you I'm going to subconsciously keep saying it, a kitchen knife. Right, clamp or paddle separator. Okay. Right, let's add a coil. I hope I didn't just add one somewhere randomly then when I click that. No. Clamp something or whatever they called it. User 999, appreciate the follow, mate. Really appreciate it. Thank you. What's it called? Clamp base, clamp lid. Okay. So both of them in sequence 3, we're going to pull them in until we get what was the other one called? What was the sensor called? Probably shouldn't have added them clock bits in now. Lid clamped. Ah, so it's base clamped, I guess. Yeah, there we go. So we do that until we're clamped. Yeah. Let's just copy that whole network. Paste it in here. And then we can change that to... It's not base clamped, it's lid. Fuck's sake. I don't get the auto filling thing. I don't get it yet. It doesn't make sense to me at the minute. Clamp lid. No. Clamp lid's an output. Sorry. I will get there. We'll get there. Thank you, Lau. Thank you for telling everyone, because I'm not doing a good job of telling everyone. So the PLC programming software is TIA Portal, TIA Portal from Siemens, and the simulation software is called Factory IO. Unfortunately, both are licensed products. They aren't free. You can't just go and download this. They're quite expensive, actually. There are ways and means, but I'm not going to go into that. So, clamp lid is what I'm after. Clamp lid. Why is it there but not coming up now? Clamp lid. I just don't get this auto filling in thing yet. I just find myself having to like scroll through it. So then I want lid clamped. There we go. Lid clamped. Base clamped. Lid clamped. Should be good. Let's write that in and see how we get on with that. I would not recommend using the inputs in your FB and not the... I would recommend using the inputs in your FB and not the variable directly. Danny Sav, how are you doing, mate? It's because there's spaces in the tag name, so it has... is that what it is? It's a pain in the ass, that's what it is, mate. Right, yeah, so we've written that in. Oh, it's going crazy at the minute. So we're obviously in sequence 3. Clamp lid must be spring return. Because every time, see, when it's yellow, it's true. And you probably can't see this up here. I wonder if I can move that. No, unfortunately I can't move that. But when clamp lid is yellow, that's when it's true. As soon as lid is clamped, we're letting go of it. So we're going to have to latch it in. Probably until we get to the next sequence, I would say. Let me just turn that off as well, because I guess you can hear that and it's annoying. Okay, so we need to latch this in. And we don't really need it to stop when the base is clamped. That can be the start of our next sequence. What was network 9 doing? I'm not entirely sure. So, sequence 3, clamp base. I don't like the idea of using the using a latch over the sequence. But I guess I've got no other choice because that's when I need it to happen. And then I guess I have to delatch it by going into sequence 4. So what would be not equals that, I guess? When it's not equal to 3, then we delatch it. Let's run with that for now. So clamp base. Yeah, that makes sense now. Thanks for that, Ash. When I put in the quotations, it does come straight up. Clamp base. Clamp lid. We'll do the same. You kind of have to do like 2 sets of logic. I guess the ideal way of doing this, if you were really being clever about it, is you would just put everything into a function block and use the function block twice. But I'm not going to go down that route. I don't even know how to make a function block in Tier Portal. What does the sequence do? The sequence basically keeps it on track, so it just methodically goes through different stages. So the first stage is when it sets the conveyor running until we hit this sensor. The second stage is we get the conveyor to just jog forward for 1 second till we get to this metal stopper here. The third sequence is going to be to pull the clamps in. And then the fourth sequence, I guess, would be to drop this handle thing here. What's this called? A grabber. Drop the grabber. My name. Yeah, I do apologise for my naming. Yeah, step by step. That's the way I'm going to do it. You could use a set output bit if you want to do it that way. Then a reset bit. See, I don't ever use set and reset. Very, very rarely will I ever use a set and reset. Purely because it's so easy to forget to reset something, or it's so easy to put more than one. I don't like having more than one coil for one thing, so I tend to do my own latches, because then I can see it's got one single coil and I can see how it latches up and how it delatches. When you're using set and reset, they're all over the program. Your set could be in your OB1 and your reset can be in your, I don't know what the next one would be, maybe OB2, I guess. If you have a different POU. What is this? Is this a game? It looks like stress. It's not a game, mate. No. It's like a simulator. It's for people to... So you don't only just get like these predefined scenes. I've just picked a predefined scene. How do I show you this? Is there an easy way for me to show you this? Let's try this. So you can build your own production lines, and there's conveyor belts and everything. You can build anything you want almost. There's so many parts. Build your own little control panels and stuff like that. It's a full simulation software. You could simulate a whole, production line. And then you could build it and then simulate it and program it and stuff. It's not just the predefined scenes that you're seeing here. Let's put you back then. What's it called? It's called Factory IO, mate. Unfortunately, it is a licensed software and it's pricey. It's like, I think it's like £22 a month or something, or like £800 or £700 for the year. I guess obviously you need to convert that if you're in euros or dollars, but yeah. Okay, so let me just go back to the programming then. We're latching it in. When we're not in sequence 3, we delatch it. That remains to be seen. It might be like sequence 5 when we need to delatch it. But for now, we'll just leave it as not 3. Same again. So clamp lid. And we're going to call this one... Oh, it is clamp lid, yeah. Fucking quotations. Not clamp base, clamp lid. There we go. So we're going to latch it up. Just do the same again. Delatch it if it's not 3 for now, but I feel like we're going to need to change that. Let's run that now. Oh no, we need to write it first. Let's write it. Clamp will not activate. I feel like it should. But you might be right. Let's try it. I'm not like... Yeah, I'm not used to this sort of programming, but at the end of the day, programming is programming. So why is it not? Is it because I feel like we should be in... Oh, sorry. Yes, you're right. It won't. It won't because that we're not in sequence. Yeah, we are in sequence 3, so that's open. With you, I get you now. So I want not sequence 4. I guess the next sequence. That's what I'm... Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. You're right, Georgeski. You were right. You anticipated that. Not 4. So when we go into 4, then it will delatch. But like I say, we might have to change that to 5 or something later on. Once I figure out what we're going to do next. The equal needs to be next to the latch. The unequal needs to be next to the latch. Let me do this. I feel like this is what I want to be doing. Shakir, thank you for the follow, mate. And I do apologise if anyone else has followed and I missed it. Do they have like shrink wrap machines? I'm not entirely sure of everything they've got, to be fair. I'm still quite new to the software myself. Let me try this. So we're not in 4, so it should... now this will work. Well, unfortunately it didn't. I didn't anticipate that. It's because you don't get like so in my head, so like a normal latch. Well, I'll just show you. A normal latch, obviously, a lot of you guys in here will know what it looks like. But a normal latch looks like this. And then I have to put parallel. So that's what a normal latch looks like. But because we're using comparisons, because we're working with an analog number, what I'm after is that, you know, the normally closed bit. But what's the easiest way of doing this? I'm not sure. Equals 3 is output, then latch, and not equal to 4. I'm lost. I'm lost. What software is this? This is Factory IO and Tia Portal, mate. Nick, thank you to follow. Bayu, thank you to follow. K Frimpom, thank you for sharing the live, mate. Really appreciate it. Cole Cow, I think, thank you for follow. Tom Ryle, thank you. Royal, thank you for the follow. Rob, thank you for the follow as well. Going crazy tonight. Going crazy. Right. Now, I just need to work out what I'm doing here. So when we're in 3, that's when we want to start. We want to latch it up until we're not in 3. But we also don't want to start it early either. So, this is obvious. This is obvious. Why am I an idiot? I don't want not equal. We want to delatch it when we're... So I want it to be true when it's 3 or less. No, do I? The unequal to 4 needs to go down 1. Needs to go 1 down. No, I'm confused. I'm confused. Why did it start there? Let me run it again. Let me run it again. Because I'm confused as to why it's doing it now. Let me watch it. Because I feel like this hasn't activated yet, so why is it running? Also, I need to get rid of that in order to... I need to see it to believe it. I'll work it out. I wrote this program yesterday with Studio 5000. Interesting project. Yeah, I mean, I'm not used to this sort of stuff. This is a little bit different for me, but I'm enjoying it. Factory I/O is great. When it works, last night I broke it and I couldn't get comms to PLC sim. We're downloaded, I believe. Let's restart. Ah, I need to go in that view. It's a little bit fast as well. Let me just pause it there. So in my mind... Oh, it's already in 3. What sequence are we in at the moment? That's telling me we're in sequence 1. Right, if we're in sequence 1, that's fine. So why down here? Clamp base. Why? How is that turning on? How is that making any sense? We weren't in sequence 3 for it to start. How is clamp base activated? Am I being dumb here or what? Tommy, thank you for sharing the live, mate. I really appreciate that. How does the factory I/O software talk to TIA through PLC? Yeah, it's through PLC sim, mate. Yeah, so factory I/O give you a template program, and in that template program, they've put some sort of clever function that does something. I'm not entirely sure what, but basically whatever they're doing there allows PLC sim to talk to factory I/O. So all I'm doing is I'm just running PLC sim with a S7 1200, and factory I/O has a driver for PLC sim. You can't see that. There you go. And then you can just download the... you can import all these tags as well. So I don't even have to set that up. It's pretty good. Right, I'm confused. I'm confused. How come? How is that active? Because that's only closed because that's on. But that can never be on unless one of those two are on. You know, but that can't be because that... I'm confused. I'm confused. Look at the contact. Get rid of the holding contact. Yeah, okay, I can. And maybe this set reset thing is the right idea, but still not convinced. I want it on for longer than just sequence 3 though. That's the thing. Because I feel like I need it for sequence 4 as well. Even though we haven't made sequence 4. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. You're right. When we're in sequence 3, we turn it on. And we just hold it on while we're in sequence 3. I could also put a contact in parallel for sequence 4. Then we don't need any latch. The sequence can act as a latch. I get what some of you are saying now. Gil, thank you for the follow. I can't pronounce your name, I'm sorry. The 89, thank you for the follow. KDs, thank you for the follow as well. Correct, run it. Yeah. Like, you guys obviously know what you're talking about, don't you? Yeah, and if I want it in 4 as well, or maybe I'll just put a contact in parallel or something. Alright, let's... Did we run that? I think I did. Did I? Oh, I've paused it, that's why. Sequence 1, sequence 2, sequence 3. Right, yeah. I don't know why that was so hard for me to understand, but it was, okay? Elfrid, thank you for the follow. iAutomate, thank you for the follow. Okay, so we're in sequence 3. Our sequence 4 will be to drop this grabber down by moving Z. Do we have to move X? No, not yet, once we've grabbed it. So then we move Z. The sensor moving Z. I don't know what good that's going to do me unless it tells me... Because I feel like item detected is the one I want. So I move Z until item's detected. Then I grab. Then I move Z back up. Move X. There's no like fully extended. So maybe I have to use moving X there. Box height can change. Oh, can it? Can it really? I thought they were all the same. Maybe they're not. Interesting. Right, well anyway, like I said, baby steps. I've said this the whole way through, baby steps. Don't want to bite off more than you can chew, because then you just get stuck. You need to know sensor position. So is this an analog then? Is that what we're saying? Where would it tell me that? In here? No, they're all digital. Moving Z. That's not over here. So that's, yeah, I guess maybe it is analog then. Okay. Yeah, analog. We're still working this out. I've never tried this scenario. I've done all the ones up to this scenario, but this one's obviously a bit more of a jump compared to the previous one, which was just a conveyor belt and some boxes. Okay. Stop. We probably actually don't even need to hold the clamp in anymore. Once it's in place, and we can just shift on to... then we can shift on to sequence 4. There was a sensor for that. Clamp something. Base clamped. Once base clamped and lid clamped, then we can go on to sequence 4. Yeah, I'm losing track, but we're on 4. User. What's this shit? I'll just copy and paste. User sequence memory. It wasn't coming up there. It was coming up with loads of other stuff. Yeah. I needed to put move in. That's why. I'm still trying to get used to the Siemens. Staying up later today. Want to stick around. Oh, good, Jodski. It's good to hear, mate. Looks like fun. Yeah, I'm enjoying it, but it's a bit of a head scratcher. It's quite different to what I'm used to, but yeah. And it seems like there's a lot of people in here that know what they're talking about as well, which is making me feel a bit dumb. Okay. We're going to move 4 in there. Once we've got 4, then we can bring down that arm. What was the name of that? Move Z. Move Z. Move Z. So if we're in sequence 4... So the reason I'm doing the sequencer is because it allows me to methodically, one by one, chip away at the process. Maybe using a sequencer isn't the correct way to do it. I don't know. Like I say, I don't do this type of work. I work in power generation, so we don't have assemblers and stuff like that. On that question block, you enter the name of the block, not the... Yeah, no, I understand now. I should have put move in. That's what I should have put in, rather than... user sequence memory is what I was trying to put in. Yeah, I'm not fully used to Siemens. I'm a Mitsubishi guy and a Schneider guy. I don't do Siemens, so I'm just starting to now. I've got the S7-1200 in my office that I bought maybe about a month ago now. I probably haven't used it as much as I should have, but I just haven't had time. Oh, sequence is great. Okay, so if this is how it's done in the real world, that's good then. Right, in 4, I want to move... Use the lid clamped IL to make Z full. Yeah, so lid clamped is what's going to put us into 4, and 4 is what's going to do the Z. That's how I'm going to do it. Or Z, depending where you're from. Right, let's go in there. Move Z, I think it was. While we're in 4, move Z. And then once we've... That was an analog, did we say? I think we did. I've just opened files there or something. Moving Z. I need to see what that value is. Is it like a 0 to 100? Is it a, you know, like a, does it simulate a 4 to 20 or what? I need to know what the scaling is to be able to work with it. So for now, what's the best way to just read out what it is? Watch table. You can do watch tables in this, I'm assuming. How would I do a watch table? I feel like Bambi. That's what I feel like. I feel like this is my first time touching PLCs, just because the software is so different. I don't actually have moving Z's there. But that's telling me moving Z is a ball. It can't. It's not an analog then. What is the simulation program? It's called Factory IO, mate. Just monitor the block. Don't need a watchable. Can I see it from here? Do you think? If I'm online. The thing is, I was expecting that to be an analog, so I don't even need to watch it. It'll just be telling me it's moving it. Let's just run this anyway. I just want to see what it does. That pulls that in. Is that going to come down now? Did we... We should be in sequence 4. Oh, I didn't download it because I'm an idiot. That's why. Oh, yeah, I can see it in the tags then. I'll have a look at it, I think. I'm adding tag tables. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. That's all I'm going to keep saying tonight, is because I don't really know how to work this software. So, how do I watch it? Like, how do I see whether it's a 1 or a 0 in here? If this was monitor all, there we go. Ah, there we go. There is a way. I was going to say, in Mitzi, I've just had a watch table. There is no glasses on this page. Oh, there is. Ah, it's in a different place. My bad. Let's run this. I seen that clamp just judder for a second there. Right, okay, we've got it. So now at this point, I was a bit quick for moving Z. I don't feel like we need it. Unless I'm being dumb, I don't feel like we need it. I just don't see the point of it. Because we've got item detected. So item detected, I feel like that is what we then use to go into sequence 5. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. That's what I'm thinking in a minute. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But at the minute, I'm just thinking we don't need that moving Z. So, turn this off. Move Z. Once we get to item detected, was it called? Yeah. Then we're going to move into sequence 5. This definitely probably isn't the efficient way to do it. I feel like SCL or some other sort of sequence-based language would probably be way better. I don't use those languages. I don't really know them. I don't even know if... Can you even do that in a 1200? You might need a 1500 for doing that. I know there's some languages a 1200 can't do, I think. Also, keep knife on for sequence 4. Yes, you're right. You're right. You're right. The easiest way for me that I can think of to do that is just to add 4 in parallel. And again, I probably could have kept, combined these two up, so just had clamp lid at the same, as a branch, but I feel like it's cleaner if I keep it separate. It's probably not the efficient way of doing it or anything like that, but it's just the way I would do it. Right, keep that on for 4. Move 5. What was next? So we bring it down. Do we have to suck it or anything? Is there like a... Oh, there's a grab. There's a grab. We need to do a grab. Item detected. That's when we'll grab. No, I don't want that there. I want this. When we're in 5. Grab. Want that up there. Can you guys see that alright? Do I need to zoom in a little bit more? I feel like it would probably be better if I zoomed in. Yeah. Grab. Medlamine, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. You're talking about graph sequence. This is not possible with 1200. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. There are like special languages just for doing sequencing. I've never really used them though. Yannick, thank you to follow. Kenneth Hansen, thank you to follow. Sedak, thank you to follow. Graph is SFV. Oh, okay. SFC, sequential function chart. Yeah. I was thinking, what is that new language? I don't know about that. SFV, what's that? Right, grab. Once we've grabbed, I wonder if we have to hold grab in. Let me try it. I don't know. Once we've grabbed, I can use a contact of a output, can't I? Yeah. I would never do this in real life either. Grab. I think I might need to hold the grab on. I'm just getting that vibe. If I shift it into 6, it won't grab it. It'll grab and then let go. But then I'm just testing it in a minute. I'm testing to see how things work. The Z will move back when you move to sequence 5. But if we're quick, we might. If we're quick, we might catch it. Okay, I'll keep Z in sequence 5 as well. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Good call. Move Z, sequence 5. We move out of sequence 5 after we've grabbed. So then it'll go back itself then. Okay, let me try that. Let me write it first. I keep doing that, don't I? GICSP checking in. Love the teaching. Appreciate that, Gray. Thank you, mate. RX Logics? You mean RS Logics, is it? 5,000s on top. I mean, that's personal preference, I guess, mate. I've never used it, so I can't comment on it. I feel like all these softwares are personal preference. I would rather, like, even after using Siemens for a little while, I'm still very fresh, like very green on Siemens. I just prefer Mitsubishi. I do. And also, I would actually prefer one of the Schneider ones over this as well. But people love it, so it must have some good, features. Unless everyone's just not used a Mitsubishi or a Schneider. I don't know. Right, let me run this. Did I write it? I can't even remember now. My mind's gone. I've used Studio 500, which was the older one. That was okay, yeah. The power of Siemens is the dB. It's way more powerful than Mitsubishi. You say that, mate, but you can do dBs in Mitsubishi. They're called user-defined functions. User-defined something or other. You definitely can. User-defined structure, maybe? Something like that. It's just basically a data block. Right, let me run that. Why did it just like jump there? Oh, you what? We're getting there. So now we've grabbed it. We've got to move X. We need to move X across and drop it on the lid. Do you know what? I'm getting worried that these colours mean something. Unless it's just random. But like a green lid and a green box, that makes sense to me. A green lid and a blue box? Don't have to check colours at some point, do I? Or something. But the thing is, what could you do if it was the wrong? I feel like it'll be fine. What's this? Position raise lids. Position at limit. Ah. Oh, maybe you do have to check colours or something. I hadn't seen those down here. They were like sneaky little hidden actuators and sensors. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. UDT, that's the one, mate. User defined. UDT, is that it? It could be. I don't know. My mind's gone blank. What makes it different, Ash? What Sedgley? What does how is a data block different to a Mitsubishi's user defined whatever it called? UDT, I guess. Right, we're getting there, we're getting there. We need to move X now. So whatever sequence we're in, move X, and then drop Z again. And then ungrab. Okay, there's a few things to do here. But let's start with basic. 6 is move Z. We can go back to move Z and just add in another one. So, no, not move Z. Move X, sorry, move X. Yeah, I'm jumping ahead here. We only use Alan Bradley in Studio 5000 because it's our company policy. Yeah, I mean that's fine, Bogdan. It is what it is. I wouldn't shit on any of the other softwares. They all probably have their strong points and weak points, and I genuinely believe it's all personal preference. They all use IEC 61131, is it? Languages, so they all pretty much do the same thing. To be honest, it's just different ways of doing it. They've done it in slightly, you know, their own little flavour of doing IEC 61131. I just happen to like Mitsubishi, but it's probably because that's the one I've used the most. You know, it's just personal preference. You can automate the passing of data in and out of function blocks and make software extremely efficient. I'm not even going to pretend to know what that means, Ash. Or pass specific data in depending on situation. Okay. I mean, I don't feel like... yeah, I can't think of an example where I'd need to do that or if I've ever done it, but... maybe Mitsubishi can't, I don't know. One thing, structs are not a thing in Mitsubishi, but sometimes you wish you have it. I feel like they are. In GXWorks 3, I feel like they are. If they're not, then you just make a UDT or whatever they're called as the same. It's the same thing, isn't it? Struct is just a load of different data types under one banner. That's how I think about it. Like a struct might be a table, and a table has legs, but it also has a tabletop, which is a different. You know, it's different to a leg, but they all come under the banner of table. That's how I think about structs. Could be wrong though. Janeth, thank you for the follow. Right, let me crack on. I always find myself talking too much, and everyone gets bored and leaves. What was we doing? Move X. That's what we want to do now. Move X. Let's just copy that grab. Move X. Once we've moved X. We want feedback that we want feedback that we're fully extended. Maybe that's where the moving X comes in. If moving X goes from true to false, in my mind that must be it. It's at one end or the other. Struct is a UDT that isn't reusable, just a one-off. User defined type. That's it. That's it. That isn't reusable, just a one-off. I mean, yeah, I'm going to concede because I'm not entirely sure whether it, you know, is the same or isn't. I'm going to just say it isn't. Siemens must be better. I don't know. I don't use them enough. I mean, I do use UDTs all the time, but I don't go to that level that you were on about passing data between function blocks and stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure. What program is this? This is called Factory IO, mate, and the other one is called TIA Portal. Okay, so, yeah, I was looking at that. Moving X. I guess I'll just try it. I'll try it and find out. Moving. Okay, no, I can't spell. Moving X. When that goes false. And we're moving X. That's when we're at the end. It's kind of let's see. I'll grab that. I'm going to use move X again. Like I say, I would never do this. I would never use an output in my logic as like a contact. But I'm just going to do it for the sake of it. No, I don't want moving X. I want move X. If I get both of them, then I know I can go to the next sequence. That means I'm fully extended in my mind. If that's giving me moving X, and then I get to, while I'm doing move X, once it goes negative, that means we've reached the end. Once we've gone from true to false. I haven't worked with GX Works 3 because we're stuck on Q series, but maybe Mitsubishi upgraded. GX Works 3 is awesome, mate. It's really, really good. I love it. I love it. Okay. That will then put us into sequence. I don't know if I need to do a sequence here or not, but I'm going to anyway. Sequence 7. I would prefer it if they were the other way around too. Can I use that one-shot bit again, Ash? Do you know the one I used earlier on, or do I need a new? Do I need a new data bit? A new memory bit. That's the word. Because I've already used this somewhere. Can you use it again or not? No, a new one. Okay. So let's call that one shot. My naming is going to be terrible here, but I'm just doing it on the fly. To be fair, half of the time I program this. I just program really badly, get it working, get it functional, and then go and tidy it up. That's how I tend to do it. Yeah, I massively appreciate if anyone can double tap the screen, any shares and reposts and all that good stuff. I'd really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so thanks for reminding me, Kay. I don't sell myself enough on this on these lives. One shot, 2. Yeah, so this naming convention is going to be bad. User memory dot one shot 2. Okay. That puts us into 7. Let me just run this because in my mind we should be arms stuck out by this point. Reinitialize. Oh, I didn't recompile the DB. What's PLC, bro? This is Siemens S7 1200. It's actually a simulated one. It only goes through while it's in motion. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. It doesn't. I don't have like a arm fully extended sensor, so it'll only go through while it's extending. The point where it's no longer extending because it's at the end, I would expect that to go from true to false. IG Rich, thank you to follow. Lee Dirks, thank you to follow. Really appreciate it, guys. Let's try it. I'm very much a man who likes to just watch it happen. Oh shit, that was bad, wasn't it? We don't want to be doing that, do we? I want to see it again. What do I need to do to stop that happening? We need to be back up. So we can't move X until move Z is no longer doing it. That's interesting. I like this. Like, I would never have thought that would have happened, but it's nice to see it. Okay, so we can't move X until we've got no moving Z. Moving Z? Yeah, that's right. Let's try that. This is what's great about this program, is that, like, if that was in real life, you know, you might have broke something there, you might have done damage. The fact that you can just simulate this and there's no problem, you're not going to cause any trouble, no damage or anything. I just found that awesome. Oh, kind of, it was a little bit funky there, wasn't it? It was a little bit funky. And that worked as well, my little... Let me watch that. Are we in 7 now? If we're in 7, I'll be quite happy. No. I'm not happy. Okay. And if we were in 7, the arm would go back, because I need to hold it in 7. How do we know when we're fully extended then? Because moving X isn't on anymore. I don't feel like we've got any other sensors to be able to know. Unless we just don't. We just, while we're in 6, we drop the arm as well. Not sure about that one. Not sure about that one. Grab item detected. We've still got them on. Yeah, I feel like this. You know, if you was making a real life machine, surely you'd put like I don't know, some sort of sensor, like I don't know, proxy or something on here with a little notch or something to say you're in the perfect place, now drop the arm. At the minute we don't have anything that's telling us, and not at least that I can see, that that we can drop the arm. Drop Z. When I say the arm, I mean the, you know, the the grabber. Read switches, yeah, it's something like that. If I feel like on a real machine you would do that, so it's a bit odd that they haven't in the simulation. How to get these softwares for free? I'm not going to tell you that, mate. I will say it's not impossible, but I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Timer before X move. Maybe that's what we do based on timers. Yeah, timers is a bit of a weird one. It's like open control, isn't it? It's not like closed control. I've got no feedback telling me that I'm in the right place. I'm just relying on a timer, which might be fine. I guess that's the way we've got to go. So we're in sequence 6, arms extended. Maybe say 2 seconds after we go into sequence 6, we drop Z. And then release the grab. Okay, let's go for that. I feel like it'll work. Maybe 2 or 3 seconds. We might have to play with the time. So let's bin this off. Sequence 7. We're going to still do this stuff in sequence 6. Okay. Sequence, yeah, so I want this here. Bin that off. Sequence 6, bring another ton in. Let's call this what do we call it? Arm extension timer. I told you the naming was going to be bad. I'm going to make this T hash 3 seconds. Let's just do it 3 seconds. After that, then we will we're going to move Z. So in here actually is where I want. No, that's not right. I do apologise. In here I want arm extension timer.q. Move X work DLY. I'm not sure what you mean there, Jordsky. I'm not sure what you're on about there, buddy. Let's write that. Do we write that? No, we need to let go of grab as well. So that'd be a good time to no, wait a minute. We've extended the arm, haven't we? That's what we're waiting on. We're going to then drop Z. We drop Z after the timer. Maybe we need another timer to then let go of the arm. We're doing too much. I want to take it baby steps. I'm losing where I'm at with it. Let me just write it and see what happens. This is something I've always wanted to learn. PLC program is awesome, mate. I really enjoy it. I love like working through this stuff in my head. Carlos, thank you for the share, mate. I really appreciate that. If anyone else wants to share, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Perk Pie, thank you to follow. Manny Herson, thank you to follow. Al Gaming, thank you to follow. I think I've caught up on the follows. Jack Baker, thank you to follow, mate. Right, we should be good. Let's go. It is a little bit weird that. I think that's to do with the fact we were in sequence 7. I don't know. Oh no! See, it really would have broke something there. What happened there then? Let me see that again. What happened? What the fuck? It's a little bit janky. I don't know what's going on there. I'm releasing Move X before I've actually dropped it. I shouldn't be releasing Move X. I don't know why I am. Move X when moving Z's done. No, let's bin that off. I added that in. I'm confused. I feel like I've lost my head of where I'm at now. Riacast, thank you for the share, mate. Really appreciate that. Sogwiddy, I think. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I need to see this a few times. I've kind of lost my head where I'm at. And that little jankiness, I don't know if that's the program or the simulation software or what. Ah, yes. Right, okay. I remember why that moving Z was there now. That was to stop that exact thing happening. So we don't move X if we're moving Z. We then move X out. Why does it stop? Is it because we're going to 7? We don't go into 7, so I'm unsure about that one. You can put a false before each one to do each stage at a time. Oh, I would be using set reset for each move process. Yeah, like I said, I don't really like the set resets. But you are right, I can see the benefit of using it. Because we're setting it and we're only resetting it once we're in a different sequence and we want to. I do get it, but it does definitely open itself up to human error and putting too many coils or not enough coils and stuff like that. I would never, I won't say never, because I do use them sometimes. I just prefer not to use set and reset. I'd rather do the latching manually myself. Don't move unless lid is clamped. Don't move X unless the lid is clamped. But I get what you're saying there. But the lid. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But we're releasing the clamp now. Now that's strange. That's not even in the right place. That's probably because we knocked it. I don't want to move X while we're moving Z. But that just seemed to happen. Hang on, let me restart again. We're in. Let me watch the logic as well. Hang on. We might have to do this a couple of times though, get it in my head. Why can we not watch it? Oh, have I not downloaded it? I'm an idiot. That's why. Synchronize, I think. I don't know what the answer is to that one there. Because we were online, but I hadn't... Right, that sounds good. I hadn't written my... hadn't written the change back. Right, hang on. Nah, something's weird. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy. George, thank you to follow. Sam Kennedy, thank you to follow. Try again and again. Thank you for the follow. That is what I'm doing right now. You've got a very apt name for the situation. What the fuck is all this? Why has it closed everything down? Was that to do with that synchronizing or something? Right, okay. You guys still see that okay? I need to zoom in a bit, I think. You see that better now? Yeah. Right. Something weird with moving X. The bit's gone. Why is the bit gone? I want moving Z in there, not moving Z. I took it out thinking it didn't need it, but moving Z. I definitely do need it. However, when we go to drop down with the arm extended, that's why it was cutting out. I'm back in the game. What software are you using to simulate? This one in particular here is Siemens TIA Portal. This one for the simulation itself is Factory IO. Take a shot every time he calls himself an idiot. Everyone's going to be absolutely smashed. You synced it, then it syncs itself. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Like, okay. So I'm online at the minute. I don't really want to be online when I'm doing the changes, I feel like. I need to go offline. Do I? I don't know, that worked. Function block lasagna. I guess you were going to say... Is it function block Oh, language, sorry. Function block lasagna. The Mum, it's kicking in again. Yeah, this is ladder logic. Ladder logic. Just go for it. Yeah, you're right. I just go for it. Right. Okay. When we're extended, I need like an extended bit in my head. I need information to tell me this arm is out. I want to run this again. I want to run it just to see what happens now. I think the weirdness at the beginning is to do with the fact we're in sequence 7 at the beginning. I don't know why it goes out again. Three seconds. I think it's to do with us moving Z. Because after the 3 seconds, we're trying to put it back down, but when we put it back down, we're cutting off move X. I know what we can do. No. What do I need to do? That. I also don't like the way you have to branch and stuff in this. Again, it's probably just I'm not used to it, that's all. Extension timer .q. I feel like that's what we've got to do. Is this what is it? It's not a game, mate. It's not a game. It's simulation software. What is it? Versi tier portal. Oh, it's version 20. Version 20, mate. John Oakey, thank you to follow. Seb, thank you to follow. Have I missed anyone else? Frags, thank you to follow. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. I had 90 followers this live stream. That's crazy. Okay, let me run that. I feel like we'll be in a good position now. In my head, I feel like we are anyway. Yeah, we've got it. We've got it. So now what we need to do is disable grab. Take grab off. Take Z and X off. Well, Z first, then X. So release grab. Release Z. A couple of seconds later, maybe a second later, release X. What do you want? I can help you. Are you talking to me there? I don't need any help, mate. Well, I probably do. I actually probably do, but I'm just bumbling on myself. I'm getting the odd tip here and there from Jordski and the others. Evedins, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Right, I'm good. I'm good. I feel like we're nearly at the end now. We're nearly there. So we need to go into sequence 7 now. I'm thinking. I also want this slot to be in sequence 7, so I'm gonna have to do. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Why is grab still on then if we are not in sequence 5 and haven't been for a while? Interesting. Gnarly Rod, thank you to follow. Roof Kim, thank you to follow. Right, let's go for it. Once we're in the position where X is fully extended, Z's down. So X and Z, we're gonna go for sequence 7. So I don't have status of that though. That's the problem. I'm still struggling with this no status of the arm being extended. If I say move X is on and move Z's on, it's gonna drop it up in the air, and I don't want it to do that. Let me watch it one more time. So this is the point where I need. So there's no status that we're in this position, and it's kind of. Maybe we just use a timer. We just go on timers again. unfortunately. I don't like doing it though. I don't like using timers and not having proper feedback. Let's go for it. So after we're like using a timer into a timer, arm extension timer .q. I'm going to do another one. I just feel like it's messy. I feel like it's messy using timers. This is called the grab release timer. If I could spell release timer. T hash. Let's give this a little bit longer. Let's give this 5 seconds, just so we're definitely in the right correct state before we move on. After that, we're going to move into sequence 7. There might need to be some stuff that we need to hold on in sequence 7. Yeah. No, I don't want to move. I want a comparison. That's what I want. No, I do want to move. Sorry. I'm losing my head again. Owen Baker, thank you for the liking the live and also the follow. Really appreciate it. He wants to learn using a LAD sequence program first. Yeah, I've never really touched GraphSet and all them sort of languages that are like made for it. So I'm kind of avoiding it. Purely because I don't know Siemens enough yet. Siemens is still very much a new software to me, a new way of doing things, and ladder's definitely my strongest language, so I'll stick with ladder until I've learned a bit more about Siemens. Like some stuff, even like, you know, setting the first run bit, the first scan bit and stuff, that was blowing my mind earlier. It doesn't operate the same way I'm used to. You know, Siemens is very different to Mitsubishi or Schneider, so I just need to get used to it first before I move on to using other languages. Programming on your FYP, yes please. What are you working on? I'm working on factory IO, mate. We're making an assembler. We're going to put a lid on a box and then ship the box. Send it out. So we're programming that at the minute, mate. Right, timer into a timer. Don't like the idea of it, but it is what it is. 7. We're just going to borrow that. That's going to be called grab release timer.q. Right, when we go into 7, what do we need to keep on it from 6? I feel like we need to keep this on. Can I just do that? It looks weird, but it works. Keep it on in 7. Grab, we definitely want to go off. I'm still confused as to why grab's still on it when we're in 6. We'll have to have a look at that. Move Z. Initially, I feel like I want that on. Because I don't want it to just drop it. Well, I don't know. Let's try it without putting it on, but give it a go. Let's give it a go. Yeah. See what it does. That's why he once did a 1200 project with Tier Portal 13 and wasn't there. What wasn't there, mate? I'm confused. Unless you're not talking to me. Salif, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Right, okay. Yeah, so the last time I used Tier Portal was version either 13 or 14. I don't remember which one. And it was something like 2013, 2014. That was the last time I used it, and I really didn't use it for anything particular. It was basically, that was when I was in college and we were learning about PLCs and stuff. Up until that point, I'd only really touched Mitsubishi. We used Siemens at college. You know, they was alright, but we didn't do any like jobs or anything with it. You know, at work we never used them, so yeah. No, you're alright, mate. You're alright. Let's run it. Let's see how this does. I'm still a little bit confused with the green and the blues, because sometimes the lid's green, sometimes it's blue. 5 seconds, that's what I said. Grab should go off. Move Z should go off. Feel like it's been 5 seconds, don't you? This is a long 5 seconds. Right, okay, it's clearly not working. Right, let's have a look. Why not? Right, we moved into 7. Why is grab still seem to be on? Am I going insane, or should that not be on? Oh, I'm confused now. This is saying user memory sequencer is 7. This is on, so it's saying it's 6. Am I going crazy here, or what? This is on, so it's saying it's 6, even though it was saying it's 7 earlier. This is saying it's 6 here. This is on, so it's saying it's 5. What am I doing wrong? Get someone up in the guest box if you get stuck. Maybe that's a good idea. That is a good idea. Who wants to come on? No, I'm confused. Why is my sequencer? I need to monitor from here. A ton timer. It needs to be a ton timer. Timer is wrong. Ton. They're both tons. I'm confused as to why my memory here, user memory sequencer, is saying 7 here, but the comparison for 6 is on. The comparison for 6 is on there, but 7 isn't. And then the comparison for 5 is on. What am I going insane or what? This is how I'm bunking along in Mitzi. I know you're paying, just not live. Yeah, I mean, I've got 70 people laughing at me in a minute, probably. I'm confused. Why on earth am I getting 3 different values of the same bit of memory? Wait a minute. I can see why we might be. That's on putting a 5 into the sequencer memory. That's on putting a 6 into the sequencer memory. Yes, I can see it's all come crashing down because I'm not using rising edges. I'm using a DB for values. I'm using a DB for my own values. I'm not using a DB for factory IO's tags purely because it gives me the tags to import. But yeah, I feel like I've figured it out. So at what point did we stop doing that? That probably doesn't need it. That's probably okay. Is it? Do you get like a rising edge bit? I bet you do. I get, yes, I feel I've seen it. R-trig, that's what I want. I want an R-trig everywhere. I've seen it somewhere. I don't know where it lives. P-trig, sorry. P-trig. What am I on about R-trig? I want a P-trig. That's what I want. Okay, well, let's make some more numbers for one-shots. Yeah, I feel like that's where I've gone wrong. This isn't local. Yeah, it's not local. Is it local? No, it's a DB. It's a DB. What the problem is, I'm using a move instruction multiple places at the same time, putting values into one bit of memory. So I'm putting a 3 into it, I'm putting a 4 into it, I'm putting a 5 into it. Double click the no bit once you've placed it. Double click the no bit. Not sure what you mean there, Ash. What do you mean? That's where I'm going wrong. I believe so anyway. It's a newbie error, I would say. We'll just continue with these one-shots. The naming system is crazy, but we're going to keep going. 1-shot 4. We're going to need a few of these because I've done this in a few places. 1-shot 5. And that's maybe where the jankiness is coming from as well. Let me just do it and I'll show you what I mean. When you've got a normally open contact and a run, double click it. Yes, I've seen this. Yeah, I've seen this. But actually, because I need both of them on, I just need that to run once. So I'm just going to use the separate P-trig. User memory. I don't know which one I haven't used. I think it's 3. Yeah, this was bad. I don't know why I did it like this. That can be a P. There's only one. If there's multiple, I'll just use a P trig. If there's not, I'll just use this. But I'm going to get lost in these one-shots. I've done it a pretty horrific way, but it is what it is. We need a P trig there. I just want the sequence change to the sequence move to just happen once. And at the minute, I'm doing it in like different places all the time. So, and it just so happens because the move at the bottom is the latest one. It's kind of always, yeah. Hope it'll make sense, I think, once I do it. User memory. Did I just use 4? I feel like I just used 4. No, I used 3. That was 4. The naming scheme is crazy. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't copy me. Yeah, we had absolutely no chance of doing this last night. It's a good thing that I couldn't get it running, because it's took like nearly 2 hours to get to where we are. I mean, a good portion of that is just my familiarity with Siemens, I would say. Grab. Right, I need a one-shot 6 now. Like I say, don't worry about these one-shots. I would definitely not do this in the real life. This was the only thing that came to mind once I realised that Siemens needed a memory bit for the Ryzen Edge triggers. I'll be honest, I'm still not fully clear why, but it is what it is. We'll run with it. Right, so there's 6. That's only going to happen once. Where's my next move? Right, so I need a 7th one. I should have made it an array of one-shots. Wouldn't that have been a better idea? Replace move by move P. Is that a thing? Move P. So it only happens once. How would that work though? Is that a thing? That sounds like everything I want. But I'm too deep into it now. I'm just gonna I'm gonna run with it. But that does sound like exactly what I wanted. One shot 7. And then I wouldn't have needed all this craziness. It does, yeah. Well, I didn't know Siemens had it though. That's the thing. Mitsubishi, a lot of their like functions, have P on the end to tell you it's a pulsed one. Oh, it isn't a thing. Oh, who? Yeah, are you just talking about Mitsubishi there? Anyway, I'm like I say, I'm down this rabbit hole already now. 7. Okay. I feel like that might have cleared it up. Let me run that. Move P should be a thing in tier. Or just not need memory bits. I don't, yeah, still not fully clear. Oh, I must be running in the background, hang on. Right, we're written to it. Let's run. There's still a little bit of jankiness there. We didn't grab. But we did grab that. Oh no, we didn't grab. So grabbing broke. And then some... okay, that's our RAM going back after 5 seconds. That's fine. So let me figure out why grab didn't work. During sequence 5, we should have grabbed. And then went straight into sequence 6. Yeah, right, no, that's good. That's good that grab didn't work, because I've been wondering how grab's still working when we're in sequence 6 and 7. It made no sense. Azike and Fabian, thank you for the follows, really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm with it now. So, it makes total sense why grab stopped working there, because it should have, and it just never was. And it was kind of confusing me how that was happening. So, in 5 and 6, I want to grab. When I go into 7, I actually want to let go. So that's fine. Apart from that, I feel like it all kind of worked. Let me try again. Set grab, then reset grab later. Yeah, see, I don't like it, to be fair, Jack. I just don't like doing set reset. It doesn't sit well with me because I know I'm the kind of guy who will either use set and reset too many times, or I'll forget to reset. So I never do it. There's always another way of doing it, and I just prefer to go that other route, even though it might be a little bit more difficult. I just don't like using set resets. I'm hoping I wrote that to the PLC there. Yeah, I did. Right, okay. We're winning. Go on, let go. Go up and go back. Yeah, we're getting somewhere now. I don't know why it went back again though. So, let's just pause there. What state are we in at the moment? We are getting there. We're getting there now. MFSBMB. Appreciate the follow. Thank you, mate. 108 follows on this live stream. It's crazy. What state? So we're in state 7 now. And state 7 we're kind of not doing anything. But why did X go back in 7? I don't really want it to go back in 7. I can't remember why I put this in. What I was thinking. 6. We start the extension. 7. I'm not sure. I'm taking it out. We'll see if it still works after that. I feel like we're almost at a clean break where we can actually shove the box out now. I was getting a little bit confused for a while there. Amigo, thank you for sharing the live. I really appreciate that, buddy. What program is that? It's called Factory IO, mate. Frags, thank you for telling them that, yeah. Sequence 5 is output grab or output grab and not sequence 7. I'm trying to figure that one out in my head. Sequence 5. Let me have a look at sequence 5. Where it's a bit further up. Sequence 5. 5 or 6. I don't need it in 7. Sequence 5 or I don't need it to latch. Yeah, I just need it in 5 and 6, and that'll do it, I think. Yeah, it's a latch. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I do get what you're saying. I just don't feel like I need it. I feel like we're all right there. Let me run that. Take pause off. Run it now. So lid comes in. We clamp it. We lift it. We send it over. We drop it. We ungrab. He says. There's a bit of a timer. Yeah, we ungrabbed. Then we go back. So at this point, I feel like we're pretty good. So sequence 7 now. I think we've got to lift this arm up or something. There's like a motor under here or something. Position raise bases. I almost feel like, I don't know. There's no color sensor, is there? The other thing is we haven't even included our control panel in any of this yet. So at some point we need to go back and do that. But at the minute we're looking good. We have a box with a lid on top. I just need to raise this arm, shift it down the end. That's what we're going to do in sequence 7. So sequence 7 is pos raise. Pos at limit. I don't know what that does, but let's do pos raise in sequence 7. Okay. And for anyone who's just joining now, who's just seeing all this, don't worry. I am very new to TIA Portal. I'm kind of learning TIA Portal as I go. This isn't the best way of doing it. I don't work in this sort of industry that does assembly machines and stuff. So there's probably a million better ways to do it. Yes, this is version 20, Will. There's probably a million better ways to do it, but this is the way my brain is working in a minute. I'm just kind of taking you along for the journey of this messy program. Position raise. No, I want what do I want there? I don't want anything there. I want a coil. Pos raise. Bases. Yes. So we raise that. I want to see how the limit switch works. I don't know how that works yet. Do I need that? Do I not need that? Is it a limit switch when it's down or is it up? V21 will be announced any day now. Is that right, Jack? Oh, okay. Is there much big differences between versions? Like, I'll be honest, I don't feel like I've seen any difference between like the version 13 that I used and this version 20, but maybe that's more advanced stuff that I've just not got to yet. Do it in, excuse me, do it in FUP. It's much easy. I don't know what FUP is. I'm assuming that's like GraphSet or SCL or something. I don't use them languages really ever. As part of my job, there's never any need to do everything in sequences. So if I ever need a sequence, I'll usually do it like this. Just use a register as a sequence number and just do it like this. But even this is way more than I'd ever need to do in my job. It's just, yeah, sequences aren't really needed in what I do. Ronnie Christ, thank you for the follow, mate. Really appreciate that. William Home, I think. Thank you for the follow as well, buddy. Okay, so I just want to see this work. It's funny how it just jumps up a little bit there. And I don't know if that's the switch between sequences where it does the little weird jumps. That 5-second time is way too long as well. And also that hit there, because I lifted that at the same time. So I need a bit of a delay on the raise. But also while we're here, I just want to see what that limit switch is doing. How did I get back to the tags there? How did I view them? Monitor all, I think. Yeah. So the tag I'm looking for. Oh, can you guys see that okay? I think it's probably a bit small, but you can just about see it, I think. The tag I'm looking for is bases. This one here. So this is true when it's raised. So that's good. We'll know when it's up. I wonder if it activates when it's at the bottom as well. Let's try. Because basically at this point now, I just need to delay this going up a little bit. Once we know it's up, we can set the conveyor going again and send this box down the chute. That's what I'm thinking. The name of the simulator software is called Factory IO. Right, anyway, yeah. Katie, thank you for plugging all this stuff, because I just don't remember. If anyone's interested in joining the Discord, so the purpose of the Discord is any files that I do on the lives I will save and drop in the Discord, so you can, you know, continue where I left off or try it out yourself or whatever. I haven't quite got to that stage where I'm doing that yet. The Discord's made, I just haven't really done a lot with it. I would appreciate anyone who joins it though, and at some point I will start saving all these files in there for you to get a hold of if you wanted to basically see the messy programs I make and join in yourself, sort of thing. Okay, right, let's go. So position at limit, once that's on, we can set the conveyor going. So that'll be sequence 8. But before we get to that, I need to just delay that slightly. By the way, the Discord link is in my bio, just while I'm on that. Right, we're going to raise the base, but I just want to delay that ever so slightly. Let's do another timer on. I've lost my instructions, there we go. And I want a timer operation. Timer on. And this is, fuck knows what to call this. Raise stop timer. It's the worst naming ever, I do apologise, but this is the best you're getting from me at this point. We're going to delay that by t hash 2 seconds. Let's go back up to the 5-second one and change that to like 3 as well, because it's way too long. Lost it. There we go. Something else I noticed as well is this box. So this timer, why is that shifted so far left compared to this one, which is nice in the middle? Is it because there's nothing on the end or something? It seems to be like inconsistencies. I'm assuming I can't just drag it over to the center. There's little weird things like that. I just I'm not quite sure about yet. What's the reason for that? Okay, so I don't even need to, I don't believe, add a contact in and put that on a separate line. I'll just do it there. Raise position. Once that position has raised, what's it called again? Something limit or something. What was it called? Oh, position at limit bases. If that comes on, which would be the highest point, I feel like we can go to the next sequence. Sequence 8 will be the last one, I believe. So we're going to sequence 8. Because of the output. Oh, cheers, Frags, thank you. Yeah, you're on it tonight, Kate. I don't remember this stuff. If anyone's missed the live tonight or missed a good portion of the live, I do put on I record the live and I put it on YouTube like the following day. So tomorrow, the entirety of this live will be on there. So if you missed anything that you thought was important and you wanted to see, check the YouTube tomorrow. Well, go over there now and give me a subscribe. That'll be nice. Are you trying to keep so? This isn't boring. What's wrong with you, man? Why? How are you falling asleep when we've got this action going on? Watch this. Watch this. How are you falling asleep? No, in fact, don't watch it because it's not working. Don't forget the one shot. Yes, Bogdan, you've nailed it, mate. I definitely forgot that. And thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I didn't actually write it, so it don't matter. Yeah, appreciate that, brother. That's good. Let's do that. I need a new one shot now, don't I? Definitely never ever copy me with these one shots. I don't know why I've done it like this. It's just how it ended up being. If this was like, you know, a real job, I would 100% go back and improve this because it's messy and rubbish. One shot. Oh fuck. User memory dot one shot. One shot 8. It's crazy. Thank you for that, Bogdan. I appreciate that. Jonathan, thank you to follow me. Avis, thank you for sharing the live. Really appreciate it. Nobody, thank you to follow. Don't think I missed anyone else. Oh, I did. Real Shop, thank you for the follow. And that's it. I think that's it. Right, we're getting somewhere. We're nearly there. So once we go into 8, we set the conveyor running, which we had earlier on. Way up at the top somewhere. Bases conveyor. We're going to do another branch then. And we set that running. I'll just copy that. Sequence 8. Until... Was there a sensor at the end? I feel like there was. Oh no, there's just part leaving. So part leaving can actually increment this counter. We've not even talked about the control panel at all. But I did notice that earlier and I thought that'll be good for the counter. So we don't really know when it's actually fell off. I guess we don't care. We just need to make sure it's left. So once part leaving has gone from true to false, we know we're good to, you know, start the sequence all over again, I think. Increase the count and do it all over again. That's what I'm thinking. It'll be cool to program this in SCL afterwards and use case statements. Yeah, I feel like case statements would be would work great for it. Yeah. So what am I doing again? Let me run it. Did I? Oh no, hang on. Did I write it? Did I write where we're up to? No. Let me write it and see it. But we're at the end now, I believe. So all we need to add in is the part leaving sensor at the end. When that goes from true to false, so a falling edge, that's when we increase the count and start the sequence all over again. You can write the OS tag directly under the contact, then right click to define it. Oh, I should have known that because I knew you could define with right click, but that's a good shout, Jack Baker. Thank you for that, mate. Can you do that even if it's in a data block? I presume you probably can. I don't know. Right, we've written that. Let's play it. It's funny how the base comes in quicker than a lid as well. Oh, that came down too soon. Did anyone see that there? So in sequence 8, which is the one we've just come in, we need to hold that up still. Sequence 8, when the base conveyor moves, we need to hold the arm thing up. We do have to be careful about this next one though. Let me play that again, because I'm unsure. Maybe when there's a base at a place, we bring the arm down. Maybe that's what we do. Yeah, it's coming in too soon. I'm thinking base at place to bring it back down. So maybe we use a set reset. At this point, we use a set reset because we're at the end now, and I know we aren't going to do anything crazy with any more. Right to the bottom. Let's make this. I bet I need a. Is it S? A set to raise it. When we have a part at the base or something it was called. I forget the names of these tags. I've not made them, so I don't remember them. Base at place, that's what it's called. When we get a base at the place, we're going to reset it. Hopefully this makes sense, guys. Base at place. When we get that, we reset. Why has that done that? There we go. What was it called again? Pos raise bases. Does that look good? Yeah. We also need to implement this counter. Oh yeah, I was going to use that sensor, wasn't I, to bring it down. But I'm a little bit worried that I don't want the next part to come along and kind of sneak through, if you get what I'm saying. I could use part leaving to drop it. In fact, I should use part leaving to drop it. I'm going to do that. Part leaving. I want that on the falling edge. So what we're saying is we can do this from here. One shot. I think we're on 9. Define. I can't do it as a data block though, unless I'm missing something. How do I do it as a data block? Anyway, I don't know. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. The only way I know how. One shot 9. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that either. What is going on? Right. Data block. Add new. One shot 9. Boolean. All good. Let's compile that. Seems happy enough. One shot 9. It's user, what do I call it? User memory. Fuck's sake. User memory 9. Right, we're nearly there, guys. We are nearly there. We're almost done. We're almost done. Once the part's left, we bring the bar back down. We also need to increase the count. So, what's the easiest way of doing this, do we think? How do counters work in... I've used counters, actually. I used it on one of these other scenes. Counter instructions. Just normal counters, aren't they? Count up. Yes, count up sounds good to me. Let's call this parts counter. Or completed parts counter. Completed parts counter. Let's call it that. Preset value. I think this is like Mitsubishi, where you have to just set it to like really high, because it doesn't work otherwise. Is that right? Unless it has a value. For the reset, I think sequences. What should we do with a reset? Factory IO. That bit. Whenever we do an actual restart, that's when we want the count to reset. Gyro, thank you for the follow, mate. Really appreciate it. Nguazizo, I think. I'm sorry, I probably butchered your name. Really appreciate the follow, buddy. Vens, appreciate the follow. User 840, yeah, and loads of other numbers. Appreciate the follow. The Black Lion, thank you for the follow. XLD, I think, thank you for the follow. Jonathan, thank you for the follow. And I've caught up. Good. G Downtown, thank you for the follow. Oh, G Downton. Yeah. Right, okay, we're nearly there. CV, that wants to be, there's a count tag somewhere. I can't remember what it's called. Counter, is that it? It sounds about right. That's our counter. We reset whenever we reset the simulation. Let's give that a whirl. Oh, we also need to go back to 0 on that as well. Move. And it's already a one shot, so we should be okay. Not 0, it's 1, isn't it? In fact, we've already got it here, so we'll just do it. Rather than, like, I don't like to duplicate blocks. I think that's a really bad idea. Yeah, don't duplicate blocks. So rather than duplicate, we'll just have them move in one place, but we'll do a parallel contact. Let's give that a run. I feel like we might be there. Ivan, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Okay. Moment of truth. Is it all just going to work, or is it all going to fail? Let's get a good view for you lot. That looks pretty good. Make sure the count is 0. The count is 0. I don't know if you can quite see that. It is 0. Press start. It's all going good so far. That was a long timer. I thought something had crashed there. It's not dropped. It's not dropped. Why did it not drop? Part leaving. Let me restart that. I want to see that again. It's the fucking set reset. It's the set reset. This is... I swear it's the set reset. This is why I don't like them. I don't like set resets. Why did it not reset? So it definitely raised. The set worked. Part leaving didn't work. Part leaving didn't work. Why did it not work though? It's going straight up. Where are we going wrong? Let me view the code. Something set is dominant in your code. Hang on, TikTok's telling me I'm inactive. I'm not inactive. Okay, so the set. So we're thinking the set's still hanging on. The set should be on in sequence 7 only. When we move into sequence 8 is when it should reset. I don't see any reason why that shouldn't work. The only thing is the part leaving. I'm not sure how that works, because that might be true all the time and it goes false when the part's going past. So I might need a positive trigger. We'll see. Let me just keep an eye on part leaving. No, it's not on at the minute. That came on there. I don't know if anyone's seen that. That definitely came on. But was we still holding the set on at the time? I wonder if I'm able to see that. It's all gone Pete Tong. Hang on. Let's close that a second. We'll be able to see both at the same time. Did I just close the wrong one? Am I an idiot? Yep. Right, there we go. We can see them both at the same time. I want to know I want to know why they're not setting and resetting. You can see the sequence going through. We get to 7 and it should turn on the raised bar. There. We never came out of 7. We're stuck in 7. Why is that? That's got a 1 shot. The counter never increased. It's something, I think... Where's my move to... move out of 7? 8. Position at limit bases. That's when we should have went into 8, but it never happened. That's interesting. Interesting. Riley, thank you to follow. Dragon, thank you to follow. Andrew, thank you to follow. Really appreciate it. Position at limit bases. So my idea was we went into... See, it's all gone crazy. We went into sequence 8 once the bar was raised. I guess that was my idea. So 7, we raised the bar. When the bar's raised, we move into 8. Probably could have put position 8 in here as well, but yeah, that never worked. The 1 shot, the limit position never worked. I'll just bin. Do you know what? I'll just bin it off. We'll do it off a timer. We'll do it off a timer, I think. Let me insert a network there. Timer's the easier way, but I just don't like it as much. So once we have raised, or once we not, I want a contact. Once we've raised the arm, pause raise base. Once we've done that, we start a timer. Did we have a... I almost feel like we had a timer. Am I going crazy or what? Did we have a arm raised timer? No, we had a raise stop timer. Okay, we had a raise stop timer. Arm raise timer is what this one's getting called. Arm extension timer is what I'm thinking of. Timer is boring, you're right, but the I'm sort of running out of time and I want to get it done. Arm raise timer. I do want to complete this. We're right there. We're right on the cusp. This is going to be T hash 2 seconds again. Once that's done, let's chuck a contact in there. Call that arm raise timer.q. That puts us into 8. Which 8 I think was the set the conveyor running again. Yes, if we're in 8 we set the conveyor running. Once we get past, once the part goes out, then we go back to 0. We increase the counter. We lower the bar. Did we ever go back to 0? Maybe sorry, back to position 1. Yes, we did. I remember doing it now. Yeah, that should work. If it doesn't work, there's something wrong with the the parts sensor. I'll need to have a look at it. Woolies, thank you to follow. Chimes, thank you to follow. Yeah, that's good. We're good. We're getting there. We're getting there. We've downloaded the program. We'll go back into the simulation, get a nice position. Hopefully this all just works. No, it doesn't. Why is that still up? Why is that still up? It's these goddamn set resets. XTD Studios. Thank you for the follow, mate. Really appreciate that. I'm not happy with the set resets. I've said this all night. I've said it all night. I've finally caved into the set reset, and it's giving me the same shitty problems that I always have with them. You've used one-shot memory 9 in multiple occasions. Have I? Have I now? Could it be that? Would it not be yellow if that was the case? Maybe it is yellow. I feel like that should be yellow, should it not? Oh no, sorry. Yeah, but I'm using, it's the same contact, or does that not matter? I feel like that, does that not work? So I'm not used to having to give a memory bit to a falling edge contact, because you wouldn't do that in Mitsubishi, and you don't do that in Schneider either. So it's just like a Siemens thing that I'm not used to. You're right, Chuck. I have used it in multiple occasions, but I'm using it on the same contact. You get what I'm saying? Just change the N to NO. What's an NO? There is no NO. No, yellow is for addressing. No, can't do that. So each one of every time I want to use that contact, I have to use a new memory bit. Oh no, sorry, normally open. Duh. Yeah. Well, I don't want to use it as a normally open because I want to just increase the count once and that sort of thing. Right. Okay. Yeah, it's a Siemensism. It's a Siemensism. I'm just not used to it. Right. Okay. So I need. How many more do I need? How many times do they use 9? 1, 2. I think I might use it at the top, maybe. No, just 2. Yeah, I didn't know you needed to do that. That's crazy. So we need a one-shot 10. Again, if you're new and you've just started watching, don't copy me by doing this, because this was a terrible idea that I've just followed through with it. I'm just going with the flow now. So that wants to be 10. Yeah, I'm still not quite wrapping my head around why we need to do this, but it is what it is. I think that should do us. Hopefully, unless I've used it somewhere else as well. Click the cross-reference tab at the bottom. Cross-reference. Oh, we have a cross-reference tab. Nice. Yeah, that's a good shout, that actually, Ash. Good shout, because I have used it somewhere else. One shot. Let's make that one 11. I thought I'd used it somewhere else. I just couldn't see it then. Right, let's write that now. If this doesn't work, I won't do anything. I was going to say I'll eat my hat, but I don't have a hat. Yeah, Frags, I get what you're saying. I know what you mean. Make it normally open, but that's not what I want to do, buddy. Yeah, it's not what I want to do. I want to keep them as falling edge triggers. Right, we are good to go. Let's go back in simulation mode. Nope, still something wrong. It's the to do with the set reset. Let's have a look why now. Not that one. Drop that one. Nope. Somewhere. There's my reset. There's my set. Let me watch them as we go. I'm not sure why it hasn't reset. Let me just double check I've not used that somewhere else. There is only one now. There is only one. I don't know if you can see that. Let me force that temporarily. It might be stuck because we haven't got to that stage yet, but it's still set. This is the problem with set resets. I hate them. Right, okay. By forcing it, we've got it right. Okay, so we lift it up, we chuck the lid on top, we let go, we raise up, go back. Yeah, buddy, we're there, we've done it. So, have we now? I'm not sure. They still keep coming. No, something's wrong. We got one out. We got one out. Put a reset in sequence 1. That's a good. That's a good point. That's a really good shout. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that's a good shout. I don't want to put another reset though. I'll just put sequence 1 in here. Something else went wrong there though. Yeah, that was a good shout, was that? Click on the goggles top right and you see why. Yeah, I know that, Rex. Yeah, we've been doing it after night. But thank you though. Thank you for helping, because I don't know a lot about Siemens. I do know some of the basics though. Of it, thank you. Appreciate that. Meaty off, I think. Thank you to follow. Under the sun, thank you to follow. We're definitely getting near the end. I can feel it. I can feel it. Why did it not reset though? I want to kind of see both at the same time. I'm not going to be able to do that. We'll get one out and we'll see why it didn't reset. So in my mind, we should be at the start of the sequence now or something. We're in sequence 8 still. The part has already left. This should have made sure that we went back into sequence 1. Not that one. Part leaving's gone off. Maybe we... So are we still at count 0 then? Yeah. So the part leaving didn't really work. Why not? It was when it went from... I wish you could rewind it, but you can't. Let me start it again. I want to get to the point... I'll just pause it. I think there's a... Oh, that's reset. Different timescale. Oh, we can speed it up and slow it down. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pause the simulation now. So part leaving should be on. Monitor. From here, I think. True. No, is that right? How do I... Oh, it was tags, wasn't it? It was tags. That's how I got back to... that's how I got back to this. So I want to monitor this. What was the tag called again? I'm losing my marbles here. Part leaving. Part leaving. Where's part leaving? Just a pointer. Don't program on the OB1 crit. Yeah. I normally would. I normally would, to be fair, mate. I just... I don't know. I was kind of just going with the flow tonight with this. I do normally split all my POUs up. Part leaving, there it is. It's true. So at the minute it's true. All of my logic's got a falling edge. So the minute that part is no longer hitting that sensor, we should go back to sequence 1. I'm interested to know whether it will or not. So it should, when this goes white, now is when we should be at sequence 0. And we're not. We're not. Part leaving jumps to sequence 8, then leaving false jumps to sequence 9. Move, part 8. Base clamp. Oh, sorry, no, further down. Looking at the wrong side. Here, 7. Grab release timer. That puts in 7. Then I've closed them down. Just following the sequence through now. Move, there we go. Arm raise timer. Ah. I wonder if the part's passing by before the time has expired. And the arm raise timer, that was brought in because I couldn't get the feedback to work right. I'm gonna put that to 1200 ms. I think I just do it like that, right? So 1.2 seconds rather than 2 seconds. That might not be enough time. I feel like that's the easiest way to solve this situation. What am I missing here? It's your scan order, I think. I'm not following properly though. No, it probably is. I think it's the timer actually. I think the timer's putting it into position 8 after we should have gone back to position 1. Is this a game of some sort? It's not a game, mate. No. So this is a PLC programming software for programming industrial basically industrial computers. I don't know if you do, if you know what a PLC is, but then we're using a simulation software. We're using that PLC to control the simulation software. It kind of looks like a game. I guess it can be fun, I guess, but no, it's a industrial simulation software. What happened there? What happened there? What happened there? So we've been going. Something's gone funny. Something's changed. We had it all working. The only thing, we didn't go back to sequence 0. Now it seems to not work at all. So what is going on? Open a new block and delete your last 5 sequence. Request a guest box. What was this about? What was this? Hard to help with a limited number of words in chat. No, you are right. It is hard to help. But yeah, if you want to jump on and chat, feel free, mate. I don't know why it's all broken all of a sudden. I want to try that again. Like, why is this still in the air? That's to do with that set reset. Let me just let it fly. This one isn't even running at all. Something crazy has happened that I'm not sure of what has happened. Right, that seems to be working now. Can anyone explain what's just happened there? I don't know what's just happened there. It's all working again. Put it down. Right, so we're back to where we were. I literally can't explain what just happened there. The counter's not working. This part's leaving doesn't seem to be giving me the information I want, and I don't know why. So we're going to sack that off, use the timer for everything, and call it a day, I think. I'm getting tired and my throat's sore. Done too much talking. But we'll increase the counter. The parts leaving basically is giving me an issue. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with it. Let me go off. Oh yeah, sorry, not that one. This one. Go offline. Take parts leaving out. Take parts leaving out. Hang on, that was working. So why did that one work but this one didn't? They have got different memories now, but so the bar is lowering again. The reset's working on the bar. It's lowering again. So that contact there is working. But that one isn't. No, you're right, Philip. You're right. I would never. I don't like doing timers. But the actual... this maybe is a Siemensism that I'm not used to. Why would... let me just zoom out a little bit so you can see a bit better. That's not really helped the situation. But basically, I'll zoom in again so you can see. This contact here doesn't work. I 1.1 negative, falling edge trigger. However, this one does. Please explain that to me. Divide it up in more sequences in the end. Maybe I'm doing too much, but that doesn't dismiss the point of this one works. The bar is lowering. It definitely is lowering. But this one doesn't. The count isn't increasing. And we're not going back to sequence 1 either. Part leaving on jumps to sequence 8. Part leaving off jumps to sequence 9. I see what you're saying. Okay. We're not doing anything with part leaving on though. I don't believe so anyway. Let me check that. Part leaving. Can I cross-reference that? Part leaving. It's not taking me anywhere. I thought it would. NW2, NW... I'm confused. Why is this working but this isn't? What are you programming? I'm programming an assembler, mate. If I just zoom out. I'm programming this. But I'm confused. Why this works but this doesn't. They're both the same. Click the blue text. Sorry, is that? That takes me to it. That one isn't working by the looks of it. That one is working, but that one isn't. So let me just run that by you again, because just for clarity, really. So we're going through the sequences. This bar will come back down again. This count will not increase, and we don't go back to that sequence 1. So this bar will come down. You see that? It went down. That never increased. Your CTU's reset every time because running is true. You're right. That is right. Is there a way of inverting that then? Probably not. I want it to reset every time we reset the simulation, but you're right, actually. I want it the other way around. I want it to reset when we're not running the simulation. Invert that ball. Who was that? Who did I miss? Chloe, appreciate that, thank you. Oh, and I've had a lot of followers as well. I do appreciate it, guys. I'm just scratching my head a little bit with this, but I think we've found the solution. I appreciate it as well, by the way, Ash, for telling me about the blue bit. Yeah, I want the inverse of this. What's the best way of doing that in Siemens? Just hit a normally closed bit and it'll go in front of the R bit. Ah, you're right. So rather than just put that there, I can put a contact, are we saying? Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, that's it. What was it called again? Factory IO running. So when we're not running, we reset. Okay, so that should fix the counter. But are we going back to the other sequence? Someone said something about the timer as well. What was he saying about the timer? Timer needs to have power until the timer is finished or else it resets. Let me have a look at the timer. Was that this one? Let me run that. Just to go back to baby steps, because I feel like I'm getting lost again now. If I'm getting lost, users certainly getting lost because you've got a much smaller screen than me, and I'm the one doing it. Adelaide, thank you to follow, buddy. I really appreciate it. It's also good, but you're setting your timer. You're not setting your timer. Which timer are we talking about? I was talking about counters there. But a few people have mentioned timers. I'm not sure what we're talking about there, guys. Right. I feel like this is a really good scene. You know, there's a lot going on that you need to sort out. Right, the counter increased that time. However, we didn't. I still don't think we went back to sequence 1. So we're nearly there now. We are definitely nearly there now. I know I've said this 16 times. Because if we went back to sequence 1, the conveyor should have stopped. We didn't. We stayed in 8. So let's look at that now. We're narrowing it down. We're still in sequence 8. So we are probably in sequence 8 because that's not a pulse. That wants to be a pulse. There's a good chance that's the reason. So the final, I'm hoping, the final one shot 12. I think we're there. I think hopefully. One shot 12. Shit, it's actually user memory 1 shot 12, isn't it? There we go. I feel like we've been going forever. I don't normally stream as long as this. I think I've been streaming about 4 hours now. I appreciate everyone who's been here from the start as well. Ash, you've been in here a long time. Jodski, so have you. Let's write that. I'm hoping we're going to be there. I should have made an array. You're right. Like I say, don't copy the one shots because I wouldn't do it like that if I was actually thinking about it. How much is Factory IO? I think it was about £28 a month or something like that, or £700 to buy it outright. A lot of money, mate. Yeah. Right. Play. This better work. Right. That's got it. That goes down. I feel like it works. It works. I think we're there. Finally, I think we're there. Because that's what it should have done. It shouldn't have kept them coming. We've nailed it. We've nailed it, guys. That was a long time coming. The only thing we didn't do, and I'm not going to do it now. Maybe I'll save this, but we didn't use any of the buttons. We haven't got a manual mode. We've only got an automatic mode. Yeah, I'm not adding that tonight. But it looks like we've got it going. Only 4 hours. I was about to... Yeah. That was an experience, yeah. I mean, it was pretty tricky, I think. You know, I'm not used to that sort of programming, like heavy sequences and stuff like that. And I'm certainly not used to Siemens, but no, I guess it was enjoyable. Now I'm at the other side. I was stressing for a little bit at the end there. I was wondering why them contacts weren't changing. Will I share the file? I will if you want, mate. Yeah. I'll join the Discord and I'll chuck it in the Discord. I'll save it. Yeah. Misko, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. I'm tired now. I don't stream this long. I try and stick till about 2 hours. Yeah, appreciate that, Ash. Appreciate that. And thank you both, Ash. Well, I keep calling you Ash. No one else will know what your name is. Sedgley Control Systems and Jordski, both of you are big helps. And you, Frags. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm glad it all works now. The thing we will have to add at some point the manual, an auto, and the emergency stop. At the minute, if I bang that emergency stop, nothing happens. This is the most unsafe machine in the world. Yeah. I'm going to end it there. I'm knackered. But I enjoyed that. I appreciate everyone who joined, everyone who commented, shared, sent gifts, everyone who's probably joined the Discord, everyone who may have joined the YouTube and the Instagram. If you've missed this live stream, or if you missed a big chunk of this live stream, tomorrow, probably afternoon, I will I'll upload the full live to YouTube. So if you missed anything and you wanted to see it, it'll be on there. Thank you for the follow. Jesus, that was a long one. Right, I'm going, guys. I really appreciate it. It's actually only been 2 hours and 52 minutes, but it feels like 2 days and 52 hours. That's what it feels like to me right now. I appreciate everyone, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for liking, sharing, all that good stuff. I'll probably stream tomorrow. Excuse me, around 8:30 UK time again. Oh, something broke there. That's funny. How did we get 13 deep and something broke? I'm not fixing it now. Do I have a tutorial? I don't, mate. No, I've just kind of picked it up myself. Yeah, something funny happened there. We managed to get a lid on the floor. Except, I don't know. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow if you can make it. Good, because I'm not fixing it, Katie. Alright, cheers, thanks, bye.